let's take a closer look at the slope of a line. And let's use a little illustration here, something to keep in mind. Here we have Newton on a mountaintop, and he's going to slide down the slope of this mountain, and he's going in a, we'll call it a negative direction. We'll call that a negative slope. The mountain slants to the left. Now, he goes up the other side of the mountain, and we'll say that slant is positive. It's leaning in the right-hand direction. So just sort of keep that in mind as we look at how a line slants. Now, here is an equation here of a line that 2/3 represents the slope of the line. The numerator is the y direction, and the denominator is the x direction when you're planning out your slope. So notice that we have the 3 in the horizontal and 2 in the vertical, and we got a little picture of the slope. But let's take a more detailed look at this equation and the graph of its line. And notice the 1 that's in the equation. That represents, in this case, where the line goes through the y-axis. So we have a point 0, 1. That's called the y-intercept. And if we just go over 3 and up 2, we could put another point, 3, 3, and we can graph the line. Now, let's suppose that we want to do it mathematically. What we want to do is subtract the y values, which is 3 minus 1, and put that over the x values, which is 3 minus 0, and equals 2/3. And notice that matches up with our coefficient that's on x. And the line slopes in a positive direction. Now here's a line that's sloping in a negative direction, sloping to the left. Let's mathematically find the slope of this line here. So let's subtract the y values, 3 minus 1. That will go in the numerator. And then let's subtract the x values, which will go in the denominator of our slope. So we have 2 minus 5. And then when you work that out, you'll get a negative 2/3. Notice that negative 2/3, the sign is important on the slope here. And the line is sloping to the left. So let me give you a couple more points here, and we'll solve this mathematically as far as the slope is concerned. So we have our ordered pair 2, 5, and then we have another ordered pair in the third quadrant there, -3, -2. Now, it doesn't make any difference which way you subtract these y and x values. So this time, let's subtract the upper point from the lower point. So we'll go a -2 minus 5, and that'll go in the numerator. And then the denominator will be a -3 minus 2. And notice that our line is sloping to the right, so we get a positive slope, which in this case is 7/5. And then we can actually put in a little triangle representing the slope. Right, thank you.